She told her friends I was lucky to have her. She told me the same thing. For 7 years, I believed it. Then one Tuesday changed everything. Part 1. I worked 12-hour shifts, 6 days a week. Electrician. Hands rough. Back always sore. Boots worn through every 18 months. I didn't mind the work. I minded coming home to a woman who looked at me like I was a problem she hadn't solved yet. My wife, Dana, had a gift. Not the kind you admire, the kind you survive. She could take any good moment and find the crack in it. Promotion at work? You'll be home even less now. Anniversary dinner I spent weeks planning? This place is a little basic, don't you think? I stopped planning things. Then she told her friends I had stopped trying. She hadn't worked in 4 years. She called it a wellness journey. I called it my entire paycheck flowing through an online shopping habit she hid in the trunk of her car. Return labels stuffed in the side pocket, never actually returned. I noticed everything. I just didn't say anything, because saying something meant 3 days of silence, followed by a speech about how I made her feel small. Her friends thought she was a saint, warm, funny, devoted. She performed it beautifully. What they didn't see was me eating reheated dinner alone at midnight, wondering when exactly I had become a fixture in my own house. Not a husband, a utility. The word narcissist didn't come from me. It came from my therapist, the one I started seeing alone because Dana said therapy was for people who can't handle real life. I sat in that office every other Thursday and described my marriage like I was reading from a manual on how to disappear, slowly. My therapist listened. Then she said, "Everything you're describing has a name. The gaslighting. The way Dana would start an argument, and by the end I was apologizing for things I hadn't done. The way she'd go cold for days and then act like nothing happened, and call me distant for bringing it up. The small humiliations in public, a smirk, a correction, and oh, he's always like that. And I'd laugh along because the alternative was worse. I wasn't crazy. I was being quietly erased, and I had let it happen because I kept believing the woman I'd married still existed somewhere underneath all of it. I came home early one Tuesday, nothing dramatic, a job wrapped ahead of schedule. I stopped and picked up her favorite groceries because even then, even after everything, I was still trying. I walked in to find her on the phone in the kitchen, laughing the way she used to laugh with me. Easy, unguarded. I caught the tail end of it. She was performing a full character assassination to someone. Lazy, boring, ungrateful. She deserved better. She'd been thinking about it for a while. She didn't know I was standing in the doorway. She hung up, turned around, and froze. I put the groceries on the counter. I said, "I heard enough." And for the first time in 7 years, I didn't apologize for something that wasn't my fault. Like and follow for Part 2. Part 2. She told her friends I was lucky to have her. She told me the same thing. For 7 years, I believed it. Dana didn't think I'd follow through. She cycled through every gear. Rage, tears, charm, guilt. She told me I was abandoning her. She told her friends I'd had a breakdown. She posted vague quotes about betrayal online. What she didn't account for was that I had spent the last 8 months quietly documenting everything at my lawyer's suggestion. Bank statements, credit card receipts, an account she'd opened in my name without telling me. Over $4,000 in charges, most of it never returned despite the labels. I had emails, timestamps, a paper trail that told a very different story from the one she was crafting for an audience. The divorce took 9 months. She had expected the house. She had expected long-term support. She had built her entire post-marriage plan around the assumption that I would fold, the way I always had. I didn't fold. The settlement was fair. My lawyer made sure of that, and the documentation made sure the judge saw the full picture. Dana received what she was legally entitled to, not what she had expected, not the life she had planned to keep living on my income without me in it. Within 6 months, she had to downsize. The apartment she'd told mutual friends about turned out to be a room in a shared house. The retreats stopped. The halls stopped. Without someone else's paycheck to run on, the performance required far more effort than she had anticipated. I heard through a mutual contact that she'd reached out twice to reconcile. I didn't respond either time. I moved into a smaller place, quieter. I could hear myself think for the first time in years. Started sleeping through the night, stopped apologizing reflexively when I walked into rooms. Small things, but they felt enormous. A year later, I was offered a site supervisor role I'd been passed over for twice during the marriage. Dana had always discouraged me from applying, said I wasn't ready, said it would stress me out. I took it without hesitation. Turns out I was more than ready. The most painful part of loving a narcissist isn't the big moments. It's the 1,000 small ones. The laugh they took out of you, the confidence they chipped away, the version of yourself you stopped being because it was easier than the fight. But the moment you stop shrinking, everything shifts. You stop being the problem in their story and start being the author of your own. Karma didn't shout. It didn't make a scene. It just quietly handed her the bill for 7 years of taking someone for granted and handed me back myself. If this story hit something real for you, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe. We post stories like this every week. You are not alone.